Welcome to the video, which is a rebroadcast of the IDEC discussion presentation from the 2014 Teacher Leader Institute in Chicago. First, I want to say thank you to all the teacher leaders out there. You are IDEC's heroes. Technically, 98% of you are our heroines and 2% of you are heroes, at least according to our national data. But we appreciate you all for having to follow all the complicated data entry, running down all the I3 study data for us, and the millions of other things that you do for IDEC that we don't know about. Thank you so much for your help this year. We appreciate you so much that we've even created your own superhero slide here just for this video. So seriously, thank you, teacher leaders. Thank you for all your help. In this video, we will be covering several topics. First, we'll go over a few reminders about the upcoming school year. Second, we'll talk about the updates to the data collection procedures. And finally, we'll talk a little bit about data and how to get data from IDEC, our Talk Data to Me section. Before we get started with the main part of the video, let me just say a quick thanks to everybody here at IDEC for all of their hard work. It's because of them that IDEC works as it does, getting you your data and your reports and producing the research that helps support IDEC and reading recovery. Okay, let's move into our first section, a few reminders for the upcoming school year. Many of you are used to getting regular emails from IDEC, but don't forget, you can also connect with us on Twitter and Facebook. At Twitter, you can find us at IDEC Web, and on Facebook, instead of showing you a long link here, just to let you know, if you log on to the website and then click the Home tab, you will see our Facebook posts. From there, you can either like us or click on the International Data Evaluation Center, and that will take you directly to our Facebook page. There has been a change in our fees for the 2014-15 school year. The teacher data entry fee will be increasing to $50 per teacher. The site setup fee will be staying the same at $350 per site. Those fees help pay for the following. They help pay for support for you at our help desk and a whole slew of reports that you get from IDEC on an annual basis. This includes your standard site reports, your alternate disaggregated report, your site executive summary, one report for each school district. Brand new for this year, the 2013-14 school year, your school district executive summary, which is a 2-page report, one for each school district. You also get a report for each of the schools in your site, the student data summary, your site data dump, and for those who attended the fundraiser at the Teacher Leader Institute, my awesome dancing skills. One of the new features on the IDEC website are our on-demand reports. If you haven't seen them, they can be found by clicking the Reports tab and then clicking the On-Demand sub-tab, which will open a new window. Some examples of reports are our teacher and school data summary and our teachers with less than a 60% discontinuing rate reports. And just so you know, when you submit your data this year, those reports automatically move forward 1 year to use your most current data. We will be doing a free webinar later in the summer talking more about these on-demand reports. So keep your eyes out for the email and Facebook posts. Next, we are going to talk about data collection procedures updates for the fall. We're currently in the process of putting the final touches on all of our data manuals for next year. We will have 4 versions of our manuals, one for the random sample, one for schools doing tested not instructed, another for the random assignment study schools, and a final manual for those schools collecting literacy lessons data. All the manuals share common content at the front of the manual, usually to about page 16, and then specific instructions for each school and each research category can be found at the end of the manuals. These will be available soon after the Teacher Leader Institute. We will also be publishing a new version of the IDEC question catalog, which is a list of all the questions of teacher, school, and student data. This is a separate document and is going to be available later this summer. Starting in the fall, the Slosson oral reading test is going to be required by IDEC. Also starting in the fall, teachers will be required to use the Slosson to test their students. A common question we get is, when do I test students with the Slosson? You will test a student with the Slosson every time you administer the observation survey. You will test reading recovery, random sample, and tested not instructed students. Here's the web address where you can go and order your Slosson packets. You can use this promo code to get a 20% discount. Please do not send payments for the Slosson to IDEC. We do not produce these materials. Send them to the Slosson Company. Many of you are eager right now to find out which study category your schools will be placed into. We won't show school assignments for the fall until July. The I3 application process has a bit of a lag to it, and the randomization of the I3 schools won't happen by our external evaluators till about July. This caused a lot of schools to jump categories last year when we automatically rolled over schools when sites submitted data. So we're sorry about the confusion, and we hope that these small changes will help avoid this same confusion. So we're sorry about the confusion, and we hope that these small changes will help avoid future confusion. This was the first year that the website collected literacy lessons data. So we want to say thank you for everyone working with us during this transition year. We spent a lot of time this year integrating the literacy lessons into our website, and we're ready to launch for next year with literacy lessons fully integrated. Just as a reminder, you'll have to pay for your literacy lessons teachers this fall, the $50 per teacher fee. For the fall, the good news is that your literacy lessons teachers and reading recovery teachers will be able to be a part of the same site. They will no longer have to have one site just for reading recovery teachers and another site for literacy lessons teachers. IDEC will move teachers, data, and reports for your literacy lessons back into your original site, and we will do this in August. The Teacher Leader questionnaire will be on the IDEC website this year and not SurveyMonkey. We will also be adding a new study group, Reading Recovery Student Served by Literacy Lessons Teacher, to the website. This is to go along with the literacy lessons practice that literacy lessons teachers work with 2 reading recovery students to train in literacy lessons. Teacher leaders will also have the ability on the website to indicate which teachers are literacy lessons trained. Step 5 on the site registry has been changed, and a checkbox has been added that says LL trained. Clicking this lets us know that a teacher has been literacy lessons trained. You will need to check this for your new literacy lessons teachers, but we'll do this for existing literacy lessons teachers about August. So literacy lessons reports are ready to go on the website for this year. The reports will automatically run when data are submitted to IDEC. You'll get 1 report for your site, 1 report for each district in your site, and 1 report for each of the schools in your site. Each report contains about 15 tables. You'll also get a site data dump with just literacy lessons data in it. We're also going to be making some changes to the Reading Recovery Teacher data page. In general, race, ethnicity, gender, and native language don't usually change from year to year. So we're going to move these off the teacher data page and moving them onto the My Profile page. We'll fill these out for your existing teachers, but your new teachers will have to fill out them on the My Profile page when they first log on to the website. From emails and communications earlier in the year, you've probably guessed that IDEC is looking to start doing online webinars related to services and/or products from IDEC. We want to say thank you to those who attended our April webinars and gave us feedback. You gave us some good information about when and how to structure our webinars. Look for an email in August about overview for the 14-15 changes. This will be a free webinar that you can attend, and we'll basically go over the information that you're seeing in the video right now. And this webinar will be free. We will also start offering the following webinars in the fall: the Beginner's Guide to the Data Dump, making charts using the data dump, and maybe some other ideas that you have. These webinars will be $25 per person. We also have some data collection capabilities that we want to remind you about. Last year, we enabled multi-year data collection. That means we've allowed you to go back to previous school years and enter follow-up data on your reading recovery, random sample, and tested not instructed students. And people are using it. Now there's 2 ways to accomplish this. There's the free way, meaning the way it doesn't cost any money. This can be simply done by selecting a previous school year on the student data page, and then clicking on the student's follow-up background page, and then there's the not-so-free way, which involves using our survey system. And each has advantages and disadvantages. I'm not going to cover this in this video at this time, but if you want to know more about the different ways that we can collect follow-up data, give the help desk a call and ask to speak to Jeff, our Director of IT and Operations. The other data collection capability we've added is our on-demand data dumps. So after either you or your teachers have entered in follow-up data, you have the ability to rerun your data dump from that previous school year and have the follow-up data appended to the data dump. Though the I3 grant is going very well for us, reading recovery and DLL are still facing significant challenges. And we want to help you make data-informed decisions. So just as a reminder, I want to remind everybody that we have our 1-hour rule. If you call the help desk with a data question or a data request, and if we can do it in less than an hour, we'll do it for no charge. And we can do a lot in an hour. We can help you answer questions if you're just exploring your data. We can create content for presentations. This includes data tables and charts. And multi-year data analysis is easy for us. So don't be shy about calling up the help desk and asking for our help at computing some data. It's just because I love creating work for myself and the rest of the IDEC team. So please, give me a call and let's talk some data. Before we close out the presentation, there is one issue I would like to address. For the last few years, we've been noticing a ceiling on text reading level for our reading recovery students. The reading recovery children are making great gains, but they're consistently just below the text reading level when compared to our random sample students. Last year, our reading recovery kids reached an average text reading level of 19.2 versus a text reading level of 20.4 for our random sample students. Now, there could be many legit and real reasons why this is happening. Could very well be an artifact of the text reading level. But we want to make sure that this is not due to teachers stopping at a text reading level that is good enough at the end of the school year. Just reinforce with them that we need the exact text reading level, not a text reading level that is good enough. Here's a chart that illustrates that ceiling. We've plotted 5 years worth of text reading level data on this chart. The blue line represents the year-end text reading level for our reading recovery students, and the red line represents year-end text reading level for our random sample students. As you can see, each year, our reading recovery kids just finish up at the end of the year just below the random sample children. So in closing this presentation, I just want to say that all of us here at IDEC are looking forward to another adventurous data collection year. I hope that you found the Teacher Leader Institute a very enjoyable and a well worth learning experience. And we'll be waiting with bated breath for all your data-related phone calls. Thank you, and have a good day.